fingertip to that. My monitor is extremely dark, and I've realised I'm wearing sunglasses as well, so it's almost black as I watch the replay.
Two is the call immediately. Might get more than that. I get at least a couple. We'll just keep it to two. Not quite as iconic as the Blues Brothers quote there, Mel, but in the vicinity. What's that one? It's 11:30. I'm gonna look that one up and read it properly. Just want to talk to you about the angle. Normal angle if possible. Thank you, Tom. So the side crease there to the left, that's the return crease. You're allowed to break that with your front foot, but not with your back, which is strange but true. And that's why that's not being called as no ball. And because Mark Watt is left-handed and coming around the wicket, basically what it means is he can utilise that angle to come as wide as he possibly wants. You'll tend to see back foot no balls actually often be bowled by right-handed bowlers coming over the wicket, like the bowlers coming over the wicket like that, because they'll want to come wide of the crease, but their back foot will come too wide and they'll come inward a little bit. Then there's many intricacies and many kind of different ways in which the no ball law works, but I often get that one screenshot and sent to us from Nepal fans going, "Sir, please, that's a no ball." Oh no, it's not a no ball. It's because of the fact that you're allowed to do that. Now this is a big appeal. Leask is interested, but he's coming round the wicket, so a lot has to go right. He's asking, did it pitch in line? Let's have a look. Again, he's wide of the crease enough himself. As that turned a bit too much, it definitely gripped, didn't it? Oh, I can see why Leask was interested. Difficult round the wicket. Had a few go against the bowlers today. That was another one. How close was that, Mel?
I wouldn't mind seeing that one again because it pitched round about off stump and turned back in. Maybe just did a bit too much.
It's funny because when you bowl around the wicket as McMullen misfields to allow the single, you've got to sort of fire it across enough to get it to minimum pitch in line. Didn't pitch outside leg this one. No way it pitched outside leg. This is the one. No, this is the last ball. Just see the misfield allowing the single. You're just seeing kind of anything marginal, very much go in the batter's favour. It's been mainly Kazi Sahel who's been under the microscope, hasn't he? Good piece of fielding. Well, that was going to be racing to the rope, but great hands from Brandon McMullen.
Talk about the ball following people. That's following Brandon.
There's four fielders in the offside going, I'm not going to field the ball here today on my off Leask. Maybe they will with the reverse sweep. That's the one way to get it. Not going to be able to field it when you play that reverse sweep so effectively. And that beautiful Nepal flag is flying a bit higher now as the 100 comes up in the 20th over. The chase is on, Mel.
It certainly is, and it will not be over. Is hope in this Nepal side. Really beautifully played. Came down on the ball. It was a great reverse sweep.
Brilliantly executed by Bim Sharkey, who's been in good form all tour, as Barrington again is involved in the action. Every ball barring that reverse sweep going to mid-wicket or short fine leg, that angle. 20 have been bowled, 103 for 3. Let's get a look at this partnership, Mel. It's been a great little rearguard, hasn't it, from Nepal. Every time you think they're dead and buried in a game, something changes, and this 77 ball partnership now worth 69.
Yeah, they've managed to do the rebuild, which was what the first task was after losing those 3 early wickets. But the acceleration now just coming along. Sheikh in particular going first, and Sharky was just lagging behind, but he's catching up. Very similar contributions in this partnership.
Scotland, you just sense, would like a wicket. You always want a wicket at any stage of the game, and they just love to break this partnership. The real benefit for Nepal, their power hitting batters are still to come. Irie and Gulshan Jah at 6 and 7 really get on with it. Just gets the sweep down in time. I think Sharky might have been in trouble had he not been able to. A gasp of exasperation from Mark Watt. What was he saying to you in the player of the match interview the other day? Must have been really delighted to receive that award. I've no doubt he had a special mention though for Safian Sharif's contributions.
Well, he did for all the contributions in that game. The way that Safian Sharif came in, and of course for Charlie Tear as well, who actually had the highest score in that innings. He scored more than Mark Watt did.
Finlay McCreath,
sorry. Oh, man. I've just had my first shock.
I was trying to think.
Yes.
Did Charlie Tear not get out for 3 that day?
He did, yes. No, sorry.
Finlay McCreath made 70.
Finlay McCreath, who actually made more runs than he did. So he was absolutely full of praise for those players.
Well, what he said to me this morning when I got to the ground was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. He said, well, it's the only way to get a player of the match award. They always go to the batters. So I had to get some runs, even though it was his all-round contributions that were really the thing that won them. What do you think at home? Do the player of the match awards go to the batters too much? Mark Watson, who's saying he had to get some runs to get it going his way, but it was the wickets as well. He bowled nice. I would have been tempted to give it to Safian Sharif. Just to remind everyone, we're not involved at this level, at the pathway events level. It's the match officials that dictate it. At the full member level and World Cups and the like, it is the commentary panels. But that hasn't seeped its way down into the pathway events yet. Might do one day. 21 bowled, 106 for 3. Watt is keeping it tight as he always does. For Nepal to chase this down, where do they want to be after 30 overs, Mel? The required run rate's 7.5 and over from here, but if you're kind of plotting